everybody! You know me. Okay, no you don't, but you know who I am. I am your Smarks Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Champion, Issa J. And I'm once again here with...
Francesca Bettinelli.
And you know what time it is when we're hanging out together. It's Raw recap time. So we're going to go down what happened on Raw and let you know. Was it worth it? Alright, let's see. Let's get right into it. Dang it, I'm leaving that in, by the way. So, back to the Raw. It started off with a standing of silence for the victims of the shootings in Florida, which I thought was a very, 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 very nice gesture. When tragedy like that happens, it's always good to have that moment of silence, so that way, you know what I mean.
They're not forgotten.
Yeah, exactly. It was a very nice gesture from the WWE to do that. I really, really, really like that they did that. So, yes, that was obviously worth it because of the weight of the situation. Now let's get to the good stuff. Because the
lighter bit, yeah.
Not as heavy stuff. Okay, so it starts off straight away with the gauntlet match. Like, bada bing, bada boom. Roman Reigns is the first one to come out. Charlie comes up, gives him a quick interview. He basically said what you thought he was going to say for the Elimination Chamber match that's coming up this Sunday. So, what it was supposed to be, it was good. Seth Rollins comes out, and we have our first match in the gauntlet straight away, which I thought was really, really cool. A shake-up. And the first match, Seth and Roman, was fantastic. It was really, really good. Roman had most of the offense, but there's a lot of good hope spots by Seth, and the match ends when Seth, after getting rolled up, shifts his weight and gets the roll-up pin onto Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the first one eliminated in the gauntlet match. Holy crud. That was surprising. And that match... So the gauntlet match is 6 matches in one match. So we're going to go match by match and then tell you if the gauntlet was overall worth it. But the first one was definitely worth it.
Yeah, it was really cool to see, I guess, how competitive they are, but in a friendly way, because they are so close in the Shield. It was really cool to see not only the wrestling back and forth, but also the respect that they have for each other and what they did in the match. It was a really great. I love that one.
And then we had another John Cena heel tease, because he's the second person to enter the gauntlet against Seth. So this was enough. John Cena kept hanging back, trying to get count-out victories, but then when he went, he would beat up Seth as much as he could to bring him down. Seth did a great job selling as the hopeful babyface in this situation, trying to overcome the odds, and Cena was playing the heel. Even though he wasn't the heel, he was playing the heel, and I thought this was a great match. And we had an AA that Seth Rollins kicked out of. Then Seth Rollins gave an AA to John Cena, which made Michael Cole lose his mind. That's what Cena does! That's what Cena does! Oh my gosh, shut up, Michael Cole. Oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. But that was awesome, and he almost won with John Cena's move. That was fantastic.
He should have.
And
that would have been great.
We almost had a full double AA sequence. It was an AA onto Rollins. Then Cena tries to turn over. He stumbles a bit, which gives Rollins enough time to maneuver out of the second AA attempt. Hit him with the Revolution knee. Kick him in the stomach to bring him down. And then curb stomp right there. get the pin over Cena, he looked like the biggest babyface in that moment, and it was awesome. Yes, it was worth it. I popped so loud. She popped so loud when Seth got the win off of Cena. It was so cool. It was exactly what you wanted. The story in this match was fantastic, with Cena continually beating him down, telling him to quit, telling him to just give up, to go out. But Seth just continually fighting and fighting, finally getting the win. This was a pay-per-view match, and we got it for free on Raw. It was great.
Yeah, this was really awesome. Like, this one match and the entire gauntlet match was... I mean, it did kind of taper out during the end, but we'll get to that.
I was invested the whole... Oh, you mean the gauntlet match tapered out?
Yeah.
I was invested the whole way through. And then we had Elias come out against a very, very tattered Seth. And you think it'd be Elias, hit his finisher, 1, 2, 3, move on. Nuh-uh. They gave Seth even more time. And he did 2 springboards out onto Elias. And he fought valiantly to come back time and time again. Even though he kept getting beaten up, because obviously Elias was fresher in that moment. But he kept fighting and fighting and fighting. He even had a part where he's like, "Come on, Elias," before he gets hit by a knee by Elias. Drift away, 1, 2, 3, Elias wins. But it still made Seth look strong. It took 3 full matches, 3 men to take him out. And even the third man wasn't able to fully take him out straight away because Seth kept fighting. Seth looks awesome. And it makes you wonder, who are they pushing in this chamber? Because I have no idea right now. But yeah, I liked it. I liked it for Seth, and I'll be talking about Elias in a little bit. But I like what they did with Elias as well.
Yeah, this was also a good match. Of course, after beating, because they said because they had little interviews after each match that you saw in the little top corner, and they said Seth was in there for
an hour and 5 minutes.
Hour and 5 minutes, and that's really impressive. So
he is a workhorse.
Good on you.
If they're not giving it to Braun, they might be giving it to Seth. Everyone's been screaming Roman, but I just don't know. It could be, heck, even Finn and Elias might even get a push. I don't know. The only ones I don't see getting a push right now is Cena. And Miz, but we'll get to that. We will get to that. But then, after Seth walks out, Finn Balor comes. Finn Balor is against Elias now. And they had a very, very competitive match. Back and forth quite a bit. Elias looking really good, especially with his Fujiwara armbar. He's already eliminated. Finn Balor does end up getting the victory after a coup de grace. And they did a really good job. Elias definitely had a strong showing. And I like his interview at the end, because he was saying how he saw what he did with Seth Rollins. I picked up the scraps after they've been in there for so long. Well, other than Seth, there's 5 other men who's going to be like that, tired, beaten down. I'm going to come in last. I'm going to just take them all out. I'm paraphrasing. I definitely am, but that's basically what it was, and it was awesome, because he's basically saying, yeah, people are going to be so tired, I'm going to be fresh, I'm just going to pick up the scraps. Great storytelling, great anticipation for Elimination Chamber, and I'm excited. But yeah, it was worth it.
Yeah, of course it's worth it. I do love when they go back and forth and it actually looks like they're competing for something and it's not just given to one person.
You don't like the squash matches?
I don't. No.
Hey, that's 3 out of 4 of the SWA family who does not like squash matches.
I just think
the
they're
Smarky
pointless.
family.
But okay. So yes, this one was definitely worth it. Both competitors were looking very strong in the match, so I liked it.
And then the Miz Taraj comes out, and The Miz gets a blindside onto Finn Balor. And The Miz is the second to last entrant in the gauntlet match, and they fought quite a bit.
Third to last?
Second to last. Braun comes right after. Yeah, we're almost done.
No, but Finn comes in. Then
He's
Miz.
third to last. He's second to last.
Yeah.
The last. Yeah, I said second. You said third. No. Okay, so second to last is The Miz. So
no, but you said Finn. You can go back.
Oh well. Anyways,
Okay.
The Miz is the second to last participant. He blindsides Finn, but even though he gets a lot of good heel offense in, and he does a really, really, really good job with it. But Finn keeps on fighting straight through. He does a really cool. The Miztourage gets involved, but they definitely get their dues when Finn Balor jumps over the top rope and flips onto them, laying them out. It was a great match. It was a great match back and forth between heels and a stable versus the babyface trying to overcome the odds. He did not, however. When he was about to go for the coup de grace, Curtis Axel tried to get involved. Finn took care of him. Bo Dallas tried to get involved. Finn took care of him. But that gave Miz enough time to push him off the ropes in a very, very, I hope your balls are okay moment. Skull-crushing finale. The Miz gets the win, and he is super happy. He is super excited. I thought, again, this was worth it. It was a really good match between, like I said, the heel and the stable versus the babyface overcoming the odds. They did a great job with the storytelling with it. Yeah, it was worth it.
Yeah. I did like the storytelling with not only what you said with the babyface, but also when it came to the heel, realizing who was left to wrestle against, and that was really comical. And they did a great job with that too. Yeah,
exactly. And if you know what's happening in the Elimination Chamber, you know who's next. It's Braun Strowman. He's the only one left.
Is it like this?
It's all the way up. All the way up. Braun. But, Miz sells it. He realizes it, and he's like, no thank you. Braun comes out. He's looking at him. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm about to destroy you. Miz tries to run away, but Braun chases after him. Apparently, he's faster than a linebacker. He gives him a baby tap, which causes Miz to fall over, which... And then Braun just goes to town, just completely and utterly it was great. It was great. He definitely showed his strength, and he showed a lot of technical skills. He did a really cool missile drop kick that a big man like that should not be able to do. It's like when Kane or Undertaker go on the ropes. That should not be possible, but it is. Or when Killian Dane does suicide dives. Oh, that's scary. Anyways, I digress. The Miz and the Miztourage get involved, and the Miz is able to hit a skull-crushing finale. He gets the 1, he gets the 2, but he gets thrown out of the ring before the three count can actually happen.
What did he call it? One of the announcers was a kick out with force or something like that.
Yeah, the strongest kick out I've ever seen.
It was pretty great.
So the Miz comes back in. He tries to get another one, but he gets clotheslined. Braun hits the running power slam. 1, 2, 3. Braun wins the gauntlet match. He stands tall. And then throughout the show, they had really good interviews of the people who got eliminated, which was cool. Braun goes up. Charlie comes out. You won. What's going to happen? Greatest dig onto Brock Lesnar. He calls him Beastie Boy. That was great. Braun is just ridiculously over. If you heard the crowd whenever his name was mentioned, we want Braun chants happened.
Get these
hands. Whenever he does his Braun yell, everyone raises their hands up with them. Everyone's yelling.
Guilty.
He is so over. I know they watched the show. But he is so over, and it's cool. But we'll see what's going to happen. We don't know yet. But yeah, so moving forward, the whole gauntlet match was worth it, and it lasted 2 full hours. The whole 2 hours, the first 2 hours of the show, of a 3-hour show, was the gauntlet match. When the match was over, and you're like, wow, that was a great show, and you realize you only have 1 hour left, you're like, this feels like a 2-hour event, because it went pretty fast.
It did go by really fast, and I think it was more enjoyable than, dreading it's 3 hours. But for this week, it was pretty great.
No, it was this. Okay, we're gonna just go into the whole show right now. All 3 hours of this show was worth it, especially leading up to the Elimination Chamber. They all told their stories well.
Mm-hmm.
Only one segment I felt didn't. Of 2 segments I felt didn't. But other than that, it told the stories it was supposed to tell the way it was supposed to tell them. The one gripe I do have about this show is about the gauntlet match. What was the point? Because they weren't fighting for the 6th spot or the 7th spot, which again, the math in that is just ridiculous. But they weren't the 4th pod opening. They weren't fighting for that because Elias already has it. They weren't fighting for the order of the Elimination Chamber. We know Miz is definitely going to be one of the 3 starting, but we don't know the other 2. This match didn't clarify that at all. If it did, then it'd be Roman and Cena and the Miz, but we don't know yet.
It's just entertainment.
And like I said, great matches. It was worth it to watch, but why? When the Elimination Chamber is 6 days away, we had the Miz completely exhaust himself. We had Finn completely exhausted himself. We had Elias completely exhaust himself, and it looked like he got an injury to his ribs. We had Seth completely exhaust himself. Injury to the shoulder. Injury to the legs. The only one who did not look exhausted after the match was Roman.
And Braun.
Well, duh. Out of the eliminated ones. But what was the point? What were they winning for? What was the point of the gauntlet? Other than to showcase their talent, which we already know all these guys have. It's great. Do it. Showcase their talent all the time. But what was the point? Where was the... I don't know. But anyways, that's just a little bitty gripe.
It's like a rocking chair. Gives you something to do, but gets you nowhere.
That's basically what it was. So, yeah, let's
like
move
rocking
on.
chairs,
The Hall of Fame has Jeff Jarrett, surprisingly. The man who left WWF for WCW, then left WCW to create his own, which is never meant TNA/Impact/ G-Force Impact, never ever mentioned, will never come up in WWE, ever. But he owns some of it. He is the reason why Global Force is a part of Impact now. So I'm surprised that he's entered. He does deserve it, but it's a surprising entry, especially for this year. But it was a really good package, and it showcased exactly what he did in the WWF/WWE. Yeah, watch it. So, then we had Asuka.
He was before my time. So.
Yeah, I guess. And then we had Asuka come out, do a promo. It was too predictable. We knew what she was going to say. We knew Nia Jax was going to come and interrupt. We knew Nia Jax was going to look bigger. Poor choice of words. Stand taller. Get the... You know what I mean, guys. She looks stronger. That's the phrase. She looks stronger. She looks like she's about to lose. Sorry, Nia. You're taking the pin. It was too predictable. It wasn't needed. We didn't need to see this. I guess it's just to give everybody, oh, don't worry, Asuka's winning. Don't worry. If you're worried, don't worry, Asuka's winning. But that's all it felt like, really. This one segment you can fast forward. It wasn't worth it, but of an overall great show, just a couple little blemishes here and there.
Yeah, like they usually do these types of things backstage, so we don't have to go through the entrances. That would have been great if they would have just left it backstage. It wasn't. If they had to put it in there, leave it backstage, but I didn't see the need for it. No, wasn't worth it.
Oh my gosh, Francesca. Guess who's signing a contract?
Who?
Ronda Rousey.
What?
Well, okay, so she did not get mentioned for a whole month after her... She wasn't even seen after a whole month of her surprising everybody debut.
At Royal Rumble?
Yeah. So...
I mean, they mentioned her a few times.
They only mentioned her once. The first
Really?
Raw was the only mention, and then they finally they mentioned her last week saying she will be signing, and then this week they gave her a hype package of here's Ronda, here's her MMA, here's her wrestling skills. It wasn't needed. It was good. I will say that it was good, especially if you're hyped for Ronda. It was good, but I'm not. I don't really care to see Ronda Rousey in the WWE unless she pays her dues like 100% and takes some losses. If she's straight up winning every single bloody time, it's just going to be one of those type of events like what they're doing with Shayna Baszler in NXT. But all that aside, like I said, it was good. If you're hyped for her, this will get you even more hyped. Yes, it was worth it. If you're not going to care like me.
I'm not at all really familiar with Ronda Rousey, so it's neither here nor there for me. We'll see what happens.
What do you think about the package overall, though? Basically showing her skills in the octagon and in the ring.
I might have this. I really don't even remember. My bad.
Well, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So then we had Titus Worldwide versus the Bar.
Wrong one.
Don't care.
Oh,
and
you have to do it
so
right.
they don't even care. They do it this way. They do it that way. They
no,
mess it up all the time.
No, it's supposed to be like this.
It's okay. Anyways, they come out. They have a match. It's not for the championship, which, darn. It was a good match. All four of these men are good. It was a very fast match, though. The fastest match on the... Okay. Oh, no. Yeah, the fastest match on the entire card. So... After Sheamus gets thrown out, or I don't know what happened with Sheamus, but he gets thrown out. Cesaro gets rolled up for another roll-up victory. 1, 2, 3. And 3 out of 4... This is the third victory for Titus Worldwide. Apollo Crews gets the roll up, and I was shocked because it ended out of nowhere. When I saw the roll up, I was like, okay, Cesaro is gonna kick out. 3. Oh, okay, it's over. Did he forget to kick out? Okay, it was just weird. It was just weird, but it was good. It was good, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I was a little disappointed with it just because I see that they're kind of portraying the Bar more as we have to double team to get the wins.
Well, they've been like that the whole career.
I know, but it's just
heels. So
I guess it's just because this match was so short. It just felt like like I know they could be doing much more. Like in the ring.
Sheamus and Cesaro as wrestlers are fantastic.
Yeah, they're really good. So I would like to see them. They just never get
the credit that they're due.
Yeah, I would like to see them wrestle more and stop the storytelling. Just for maybe a couple weeks, just to let them do what they do. You know, like.
Yeah, and then we had. What was it worth it though?
Yeah, for Titus Worldwide's sake.
So then we had Bray Wyatt and Woken Matt Hardy do a back and forth video package promo. against each other because they're wrestling to get against each other at the Elimination Chamber. Who knew? That happened. That was built out of nowhere. I think this week or something. But they did. It's exactly what you think it is. It's exactly what you think it is. And yes, both of these men are good at delivering these promos. Yes, both of these men. It looks like they're loving what they're doing. They're having the time of their life. But now it's getting a bit monotonous.
It's getting old.
Monotonous.
Just cut this out.
It's getting old, like she said. Anyway, we'll get the word later. But yeah, it's getting very, very
monotonous.
Okay. You've done
Monotonous?
Something like that. It's getting very, 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 very predictable, and it's going on a little bit too long. But it's still fun. But it's at the point of fun where you're just like, okay, I'm having fun, but it'd be more fun if we did something different.
Someone in the comments spell out the word we're trying to say. Thanks.
But anyways, you can skip through this too.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you want to watch these guys. Like I said, they're good at what they do. They're having fun, and it shows. And it lets you have a little bit of that fun too. But like I said,
it gets old after a while.
Exactly. Before we go, we'll do that on Friday. My bad, y'all. So, last match. It is Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Mickie James. And no, Sasha and Bayley do not turn on each other here. I guess they're saving it for the Chamber. Versus Alexa Bliss and Absolution. Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. I was making sure Sonya was in it, but she is.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was a good match. It ends with Bliss tapping out to Banks, which I hated.
Statement.
I hated that. Really good storytelling between Mickie and Alexa. Really good storytelling with Absolution and their dominance of teaming up, and nothing with Bayley and Sasha, except Sasha got the win here. That I didn't like that. I'm tired of Sasha now. I guess that's WWE's fault. I'm not sure, but I'm just tired of it all. So, and then after Bayley and Sasha get beat up by Absolution, kicked out of the ring, Absolution's about to turn on Bliss and about to beat her up, but Mickie comes to save the day. Mickie and Alexa Bliss take out Absolution, and they're the two standing tall, and it just throws everything for a loop because I have no idea what they're planning for the Elimination Chamber. Are they giving it to one of the Absolution girls or women? Are they giving it to Bayley or Sasha?
Probably not Bayley. I'd like to see it.
Are they keeping it on Bliss? Are they giving it to Mickie? I have no idea what's going on.
They would do.
No clue what's going on. And it's interesting. It's interesting. I like the story at the end. It's unfortunate because Sonya Deville looks great in the ring. Mandy Rose botches a lot, and she looks a bit clumsy at times, especially with Mickie James' style. Like they don't mesh well, unfortunately. But yeah, overall, despite the little bit of negatives here and there, it was worth it because, like I said, it told a good story between all 4 out of the 6 women, and it capped off like a good Raw. A very good Raw, and I'm ready and excited for Elimination Chamber. It did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Get me excited for Elimination Chamber, and I am.
Yeah, agreed. It will be interesting to see the friendship rivalry thing going on in the Elimination Chamber between Sasha and Bailey, Alexa and Mickey James, and
Absolution.
So that would be interesting to see. It was a good match, and yeah, it was really good storytelling for Sunday.
Definitely.
Elimination Chamber, yeah.
Yeah, guys. Thank you so much for watching all 30 plus minutes of this episode. We tried to keep it half that, but it's so hard with 3 hours. Like we thought after the gauntlet match it'd be easy, and then we're just like 12 minutes in, we're like, oh crud. Oh, we have a lot of opinions on this stuff. But hey, we have a lot of opinions on this stuff because we love WWE, we love wrestling, so we want to have that out for you. We want you to love with us the wrestling. Exactly. So give us those sexy likes. Share to all of your friends. Hit that subscribe button to be part of the Smarky family, and ring that notification because in Elimination Chamber, we're going live. All 4 of us will be together for the first time. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be so much fun, and we are looking forward to it. We're excited. Until next time,
it will be awesome.
It will be awesome.